Hi, Aquarius. It looks like you all are hard at work, creating and nurturing something that you're working hard on, something that perhaps requires monotonous, repetitive work for you, Aquarius. This reading is for any of those of you who identify with the sign Aquarius personally, or who are terribly interested in the sign of Aquarius and Aquarius energy at this time. I can already see that some of you who have found this reading are actually trying to let go of an Aquarius. And there is your card, the Star card, crossed with the Hierophant. So some of you Aquarians may be dealing with a Taurian in particular, specifically, a Taurus energy. In general, though, Aquarius, what is paramount for you at this time is getting to know yourself, a new version of yourself. Realizing, completely, fully, totally realizing the secrets that you've been keeping about yourself from everyone else. And forming a new faith and some new rituals based around that, based around the fact that what you have faith in, who you have faith in, Aqua, is you. And especially in particular, this new version of yourself that is emerging, who, like I said, is realizing all of that which you have kept hidden from other people, realizing the secrets you've kept about who you are and how to be who you are, Aquas. It makes total sense as Uranus is in Taurus. You're seeing how this, and just recently, right? Uranus has just recently moved into Taurus and will be there for quite a while. And you're seeing how the unique creature that you are can be a very grounded, real part of the world and the role that you are going to play in the world. Not just who you want to play or have been encouraged to play, but who you can tell that you will play. It's just who you are, right? It's a very unique color, and you're seeing how it is easy to slip it in there on top of or behind as a backdrop everything else that's going on in your world, your scenery, the events happening in your life, the relationships, just who you are, the role that you're playing in your relationships and the situations unfolding in your life, right? It's really easy to slip these elements, these traits, I was calling them colors, but these pieces of who you've been that have been hidden into the picture and say, well, there's someone here who's fulfilling this role. I'm doing this. I'm completing this action. So that makes me what? Someone who is teaching others to blank. You fill in the blank, Aquas. But it's very much just about you being who you are. And revealing, I think, recently in your actions, who you've always been, but actions that have maybe been hidden, roles you've played that have maybe been hidden. And it feels very much like the star normally does, as if it's a gift from the divine, a gift from whatever is beyond the veil, for sure. Your ancestors, your guardians, your guides, your angels, your protectors, Gaia, the source itself, whatever it is that grounds you, that anchors you, that plays a role in your spirituality, Aquas. It feels like a gift from that benevolent force that is the divine, that is beyond the veil. And I think you've just been picking yourselves up, a lot of you. Because you haven't been happy, you haven't been well, especially Aquarian females. You haven't been happy, you haven't been well, or Aquarian males, you need to notice that you're dealing with a divine feminine counterpart who has not been well, has not been feeling happy and or well. And I say counterpart as if I mean like a romantic counterpart, but it could just be, you know, a divine feminine energy in your life, not necessarily a partner, or not necessarily a romantic partner at that. Wow. The Emperor and the Empress, but the Emperor upright and the Empress reversed. And there is the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck again, just as at the beginning of the reading. Your current situation, Aquas, is rooted in the fact that there's been some sort of false love, unrequited love, perhaps. Unrequited love, I'm really feeling like there has been some unrequited love here. Let's get one final piece of advice, and it is the Queen of Air. So to lean into that logical, honest part of yourself, Aquarians, that part of you that accepts no lies and wants to give only truth and own only truth. Be very logical and honest at this time. Make sure your perception of things is unclouded, is clear. It's certainly if you're going to pass a judgment based on it, at least, right? You are taking, Aquarians, you are taking from this energy of, you're taking from the spirit of the divine. You're taking from the spirit of nature and trying to give to someone else. Maybe a maternal figure in your life who has been sad or upset, or maybe just to yourself if you are that maternal figure. Like we said, if you are the feminine female Aquarian in the situation, maybe just to you then. Be merciless with this truth that you are entertaining, either just to yourself or toward other people around you. Be merciless with it. Be brave with it. Owning this truth, seeing and knowing and holding and wielding this truth does give you the ability, Aquarians, to see in the dark, to see where it seems that there's only confusion. I think you can see forward right now because you yourself are the light that is allowing there to be any ability on anybody's part to see into the future, to see forward. You are that light. You are that shine, that star, that brightness, that flashlight. That's you at this time, Aquas. And so you're able to see forward because you're shining the light for yourself. You're the one keeping the secrets. And you know that. And so your own faith in you becomes your religion, becomes your ritual, becomes enough to give you the stamina, the oomph, the bravery, the courage, the power to make this offer of love and real true emotion, this expression from your heart to someone else, a lover you're interested in, or an audience whose attention you're interested in capturing, because this Knight of Cups can be an affair of the heart in either of those directions. It's either an affair of the heart because it's a creative expression of love, or it's an affair of the heart because we're actually talking about expressing your love to a potential lover. Some of you may have a parent dynamic happening right now where the mother in the parent dynamic is not well, either sad or sick, and the father is well, is in charge, is the authority, has command, right? So if you're questioning that between any, you know, whether it's your parents or whether you are one of the parents or these are just people that are in your life that you're involved with in some way, the advice is to notice that the mother, that the divine feminine aspect is not well or happy, whereas the father here is showing, like I said, upright, in command, in charge, in authority, as the boss, as the one calling the shots. And it's like you, Aquarians, maybe as the divine feminine in the situation, but certainly the Aquarius, the air sign here, you are able to see that clearly. In fact, have your back turned on the feminine who is unwell or unhappy and are turned toward the divine masculine looking for authority, instruction, rules, structure, right? A fatherly figure. Ultimately, whomever, okay, if you are making an offer of emotion, of love even towards someone in the near future, so like within Taurus season 2019, by the end of Taurus season 2019, it doesn't look like a partnership is forming in May 2019. And I think I said at the beginning of this reading, I hope I told you that this was about Taurus season 2019, Aquas. I think I said, you know, for those of you resonating with or identifying as Aquas or terribly interested in Aquas at this time, I may have just said at this time. This is to span Taurus season 2019. So this reading should take us back to the beginning of Taurus season 2019 and forward through the end of it. But specifically, I hope that it will enlighten us about what Saturn going retrograde in Capricorn does for the sign of Aqua at this time. It's what I hoped that the Scorpio reading would be about. I'm just doing a poor job of articulating that at the beginning of the readings, but that's what we're looking at, is what are the effects that Saturn retrograde are having on your sign, Aquas, and how that is treating you throughout the rest of Taurus season. What I'm seeing is that it looks like there has been an unrequited or false, if that term fits you better, love that has especially Aquarian feminines, divine feminines, very upset about, very sad, and maybe even ill about. But in the recent past, Aquarians, you've realized that you hold the power to make this situation turn out the way that you would like it to. Or you hold the secrets to rejuvenating yourself to where you can have this type of situation work out the way you want it to. Maybe not exactly with the person that you hoped it would work out with, right? And I feel like there's this new dedication that you're forming, and this has been a theme almost this season, Aquas, but I feel like there's this commitment forming to yourself. You're showing yourself what you really believe in, what you really have faith in, what you really feel you can utilize to continue to grow and evolve are the things that you already have. You already know the secrets of renovation. And so you're committed to your own rituals, your own routines, the things that empower you, basically. Things that you've always known about yourself, what you need to feel healthy, to feel powerful, to feel on top, number one, like you're going somewhere, like you're getting the things done that call to you, right? You've always known those secrets. But it's about taking those secrets that no one else knows about how to help who you personally are thrive, and actually forming a routine, actually forming some rituals, and then sticking to them, making yourself stick to them every day. And I feel like that's what's happening here, Aquarius. You're feeling like yourself. You're feeling like you know yourself. You're feeling like you know the secrets to keeping yourself happy. You know why you've been sad. You know why this love was false, or at least didn't work out the way that you hoped it would. You know how to be in charge. You know how to be the authority figure. You know how to take the truth that you see and turn it into rules to govern your world by. And you have something that you need to be working on. It might be monotonous, it might be boring, it might just be to bring money in, but you have something that you should be working on, and you've got this new opportunity to do so, right? In the near future, unfortunately, what I see you doing with all this faith, all this courage and confidence and power, this ability to dictate, to own, to rule, what I see you doing with all of that power is making an offer to someone who refuses you. Aquas. I'm not going to lie to you. This is what I see. This is where we're headed. I'm an aqua moon. This is unfortunate. This is just what I see here. Like, we are owning who we are and what we need to feel rejuvenated. We see how to be in charge. We see why we've been sad. We see why this love was unrequited or false. We see how to form these routines, these patterns, these habits, this life around who we are. We see how to form the life that we need to live around what we need as an individual, personally, what we know that we need. And we know what we need more than anyone else, in a different way than anyone else knows what we need. We know how to give it to ourselves. We know how to form these, again, patterns, habits, literally how to plan out our day so that it revolves around doing the things that keep us feeling like ourselves, that keep us feeling like the happiest, proudest, strongest version of ourselves. And we're doing it. And with all that power, all that oomph, we're going to make an offer to somebody. Maybe, you know, and for those of us that it ends up not being out loud, not verbal, not physical, we are going to make an offer to somebody. We're going to offer our commitment, our energy, our love in some way, shape, or form. Sorry. We're going to offer it. We're going to offer our energy to a bond, a commitment, a potential couple that doesn't end up forming. We're certainly at least, you know, willing to express from our heart in the name of someone or something, right? And maybe, you know, maybe it is a creative expression regarding a work of art. But regardless, by the end of Taurus season 2019, the bond that we're hoping to see form just does not. In fact, a bond may be broken. A bond may be broken by the end of Taurus season 2019. Taurians, or I'm sorry, by the end of Taurus season 2019, Aquas. And maybe you are feeling particularly Taurian-like. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. Maybe you're dealing with another Aquarius. I feel like a lot of you are dealing with another Taurus, or I'm sorry, are dealing with a Taurus energy rather than another Aquarian energy. Maybe you're dealing with Taurus energy in your own chart that is emerging, evolving as Uranus is in Taurus, Aquas. But either way, and I hope that this offers you the needed insight. I hope that it gives you what you know. I highly doubt that it's what most of you hoped to find here, but I hope it brings you what you needed to find here. I hope it gives you the truth to move forward. That by the end of Taurus 2019, the end of Taurus season 2019. We don't have that bond forming, and it's directly connected to this offer that I feel like for most of us, it's us making this offer, this heart energy, this offer of emotion, love, Aquas, and it's just the bond just isn't forming, or the bond is actually breaking. But we could ask why. Right? We could ask why, or with whom. We can expand on this. We can definitely expand on this and get more answers to questions. If you would like a private reading with me, Aquarians, just scroll down to the description box below and you can check out all of your options and links and my email there, LunarticksTarot@gmail.com. So that we can, you know, if you'd like to get a hold of me, we can talk about it. We can talk about what kind of reading you'd like. All the prices that you'll find below are all priced out by length of reading, but we can we can go more in depth, talk about what kind of reading you like, what questions you hope to have answered, etc. If that's something you're interested in, I go into such detail with that because most clients do like to talk to me first, tell me what subject area they're interested in getting a reading on, at least, if not their astrological information and their specific questions. So that is fine with me. I love to work with you that way. That sounds great. Or the other way is fine too. Some people just like to, go below, check out the services and just click a link and don't tell me anything about your astrology. I guess that's what I'm trying to express, is I have clients who like to tell me nothing and just see what shows up. And that's a good way for them to tell if I'm a good reader for them. And then I have a lot of clients who like to talk beforehand. So either one is fine with me. Again, LunarticksTarot@gmail.com. I would love to talk to you, to see what comes up based on your questions, or the other way around, or just to see randomly what comes up and see if that, resonates with you and it means I'm a reader for you. But either way, I hope all of you Aquarians do make very wise choices for yourself moving forward and don't feel boxed in by anything we put on the table here today. Everything that I lay out in these readings is a snapshot of the path that you're on now. But you absolutely, with your free will and your own choices and decisions, can change the path that you're on now, can change the outcome. A lot of the time, that is the whole point for us doing the reading, right? So I hope you make wise choices for yourselves moving forward. I hope that you'll check out the information below if you feel like you need a private reading. And I want to thank you all for your support. Thank you so much for all of your support to Lunartics Tarot. And I will post another reading for you, Aquas, very soon.